Did you read the bio in the program on our next performer, Ducky Doolittle? Did you read it? Then maybe I don't need to say anything. But she suggested that I introduce her as a, and she emphasized these words just so, a crackpot sexologist from New York City. And I said, well, hell, New York, that explains it right there. That's something I don't quite understand. You know, she's a self-proclaimed scientist, and she studies things like the relationship of penis size as it relates to shoe size. Worthy. I mean, it's as good as some of the government studies I've heard about. Tonight, I think she's going to tell us a little bit about her research on the anus. It's a theme, huh? Ducky Doolittle.
Thank you for being here tonight. I've been teaching drunks in bars about sex for a long time now. And I'm here tonight at the Improv to teach you a little bit about the rectum. After that, this is perfect, right after Gina's show. That's beautiful. There may be a few of you. There's Sketties? Is everything okay? It's okay, because you're good for looking at. Okay. For some of you who don't know where the rectum is, this right here is the rectum. It lies slightly behind your genitals. Okay? Right there. Now the ass is a hot, moist place, and people like to stick stuff in there for the thrill of it, and that's okay. But as a doctor, I've done a little research on the matter, and if you're going to have anal intercourse, you need to keep it clean. Cover your implement of choice with a condom, and then sanitize when you're done. Now, the act of anal intercourse is called analipsation. Can you say that with me? Analipsation. Very good. You've done this before. Now, there's no chance of you reproducing while having anal intercourse, but let me introduce you to a species that does. Bacteria. There's lots of different kinds of bacteria, and they reproduce in a rapid-paced cell division system we call fission. I'm going to explain to you what fission is. Say you have anal intercourse at noon, you meet a new bacteria right here. By 12:20, that cell is divided into 2 cells. By 1 o'clock, 15 cells. By 2 o'clock, 54 cells. Up to 17 million new bacteria cells within 24 hours. That's an infection. You need to keep your butt clean. That's what this is all about. Now, I have compiled a little list of things that people have put in their ass. Sometimes need to be removed in the emergency room, and it goes like this. This is just a partial list. I went to the medical library and went through 16 million cases of foreign objects. This is all true, honest fact. I'm not recommending you stick this stuff in your ass. I'm just saying if somebody did. All right? They stuck onions in their ass, a 9-inch zucchini pulled out of someone's rectum, a potato, an apple, a banana encased in a condom. See, that's smart. A turnip, salamis, frozen grapes, an 11-inch carrot. This is my favorite food product pulled out of someone's ass, a bottle of Mrs. Butterworth. Ice cubes, a lemon, and a jar of cold cream in one butt. Which brings us on to cosmetic products. 2 jars of Vaseline in one butt with the jar with the cap. 2 whole jars of Vaseline. One of those square cans of baby powder. 2 bars of soap in one butt. Oh, this is an interesting one. Lead press-on nails. I went in with 5 and I came out with... Oh, you've ruined my manicure. I had a hairbrush, an open deodorant bottle. Oh, this is my favorite cosmetic product pulled out of someone's ass. According to Surgery Magazine, a 39-year-old white married male lawyer was presented with a perfume bottle stuck in his butt. He couldn't get it out. So he proceeded to use a back scratcher to try to get this out of his butt. By the time he hit the emergency room, he not only had a bottle of perfume in his ass, but a back scratcher stuck in there. And what kind of perfume was it? Impulse body spray. This next thing is actually a food product, I think. It was stuck in the butt while it was frozen. Your butt is hot, right? It's really hot. And it proceeded to unthaw and swell up, and it got stuck in there. And it was a frozen pig's tail stuck in there. Lots of things, lots of other kinds of things like chicken bones and bottle caps, but they are ingested, so I don't really count them as interesting. The gerbil story. Everyone has heard about the gerbil getting squeezed into someone's butt with a paper tube, or however they want to say they did it. Now, according to the medical library, there is not one single documented case of gerbiling. So until someone can give me some legal documentation about gerbils, I cannot put it in the show. But everyone asked, so I felt the need to tell you. All right? Sex toys. The list goes on and on and on, but a couple of the things that I'll present for you here are the 14-inch vibrator with 2 D-cell batteries was stuck in someone's butt. Other things include condoms and enema tubing and dildos and whip handles, you name it. I mean, this stuff is for having sex with anyway, so it's not a big surprise. Kitchenware. Let's see this one. A plastic spatula stuck in someone's butt. Like they couldn't get it all out. A dull knife. The next one is a spoon, a tin cup, a teacup without the saucer, a 9.5-inch water bottle. That's one of those short, stumpy ones. A Coca-Cola bottle, beer mugs, lots of different kinds of glasses. A whiskey bottle with a cord attached. Like, if they did end up in the emergency room, the cord didn't work, so don't try that. Several different kinds of tumblers and glasses have been pulled out of people's butts. And if you're going to stick a glass in your ass or someone else's ass, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Stick it in there with the open end out, okay? So like you're looking at the ass, sticking it in with the open end facing me. The reason for this is when you go to the hospital and they need to pull this glass out of your ass, they're going to fill it with plaster to keep it from collapsing on itself, all right? I'm giving you advice here. I'm not saying go stick a glass in your ass, but if you need to, do it this way, all right? Tools and appliances, an axe handle, a 10-inch length of broomstick, an antenna rod, a 150-watt light bulb. That's a lot of wattage right there. A screwdriver, an 18-inch length of umbrella handle, a 6-inch by 5-inch toolbox weighing 22 ounces, filled with tools. Yeah, in a convict's ass. You gotta give him credit. You gotta give him credit for that. A test tube, a pen, a black magic marker, a flashlight, a pair of eyeglasses, a 6-inch stone weighing 2 pounds. Someone else stuck a total of 402 tiny stones in their ass.
Wow.
An ice pick handle, a knife sharpener, a candle, an iron rod, a toothbrush, a wire spring. What are you, out of your mind? That's screwing, right? That's right. A suitcase key, a magazine, a curtain rod, balloons, doll heads, a Micronaut action figure. 4 rubber balls. Lots of different kinds of balls have been stuck in butts, baseballs, tennis balls. A curling iron. The cap to a can of mousse was stuck in there. People have been sticking lots of things in their ass, and that's just part of my list here. But the average stay, if you go to the emergency room with something stuck in your butt, like you wake up the next day and you realize, oh, I did something dumb, you know? It is 3 days. It goes anywhere from 6 hours to 6 days, so I want you to think about what you're sticking in your butt, okay? That is my whole point behind this rectum show. I'd like to thank Norma Jean and Improv and all those.
All this talk about butts, you know, takes me back to the old pro-dom days where when I was whipping butts and making money at it. What a deal, what a deal. That's the way sex work always is, though, you know. You give some pleasure for money, and risk going to jail. Go figure.